Hello, everybody. Welcome back to your free weekly training. So before I get started, I just want to give you guys some updates. First of all, last week I was out of town and I was in nature and it was just so great. And the best thing about it is on Monday, I didn't have to go back to my job, right? So like on Monday, I got to take it easy. I worked as I pleased. I got caught up on laundry, right? It wasn't like I got back from vacation and I had to scrambled to get everything ready, so I had to wake up and go to work the next day. And that is so fucking amazing. And that is all that I want for you guys. So, second thing is I'm starting a podcast. I haven't decided when it's going to launch, but I have some people lined up to interview. I have some solo episodes that I'm going to do, and it's going to be called Boss Babes Ignite because I want to ignite the boss babe that is within you. That's two. Three is I'm working on a new program. I have it all figured out and all outlined. It's going to be called Boss Babe Energy because I'm going to help you step into your Boss Babe energy, get energetically aligned with the version of you that is a boss babe. So it's on pre-sale right now. It's going to be 6 weeks for $449. I will put it in the email. You guys are the first to know about it. Anybody on my email list, I'm not going to announce it on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that for a while, so you guys get first dibs, and I'm so fucking excited about it. Okay, so let me get live on TikTok, and then we're gonna get rolling on this training. Okay, so today I want to talk about one, where I've been playing small, and two, I want to talk about why we play small. Like from a nervous system standpoint and from an energetic standpoint, I want to talk about why we play small. Okay, so first of all, where was I playing small? So when I started this business, the other part of my business, when I was more focused on inner child and nervous system for anybody, I got an office where I live, and I was trying to go more of the route of like kind of like a counselor, but not like a counselor. And as funny as it seems, that was me playing small because that's not really actually my goal. I was playing small in the sense that I was speaking to and showing up to the people that were around me who thought I needed this, not who I actually wanted to speak to. So that was my version of me playing small. It was like, well, if I do this, it's like it's not too big and people won't judge me too much, right? So it was me playing small. Guess what? This is my last month at the office. I'm getting rid of the office. I'm going all online, and I have changed, like you guys already know, I have changed my target audience, right? So that is where I was playing small. Now I want you guys to ask yourself, where the fuck are you playing small? So first of all, I want you to think, what would be your most exciting, fulfilled fuck yes life? I want you to sit there and I want you to think about it. You can think about it, you can write about it, whatever it is. Like, I just want you, if there were no limits, I want you to think about what would you be doing? Okay. And I was not doing that. I was, again, playing small. Hold on a second. So I want to talk about why we play small. So, oh God. Ooh. There we go. Okay. Ooh, okay. So I want to talk about why we play small. We play small because our nervous system feels safe in the small. That is why we play small. Hold on, I just want to make sure this is being really wonky. Okay, sorry. Okay. So our nervous system feels safe when we play small. Our nervous system and our subconscious mind, which are connected, they feel the safest in the familiar and in the predictable, right? So when we want to go big, when we want to make this big change, our nervous system and our subconscious mind is going to come in and it's going to hijack it. It's going to be like, this doesn't feel safe. This isn't what I'm used to. So it's going to try to keep you small. So first of all, I want to say that is okay. It's not your fault. It's just how we're programmed. So how do we start to get out of that? How do we start to step into the version that we want to be? How do we start to become our own boss? How do we step into this boss babe energy? Right? This is why somatic work, body-based work, nervous system work is so, so important, because your body has to feel safe stepping into this version that you are trying to step into. It has to, or you will self-sabotage every fucking time. Okay? So I want you, so bring in that version of yourself that you want to become. And then I want you to start noticing what happens at the body level. What do you notice happening at your body level? Like, does your heart start to race? Does it start to contract? Like, what is happening at your body level? And that is speaking to you and showing to you, depending on what's happening, hey, this doesn't feel safe. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, can we imagine this new version of ourselves and bring safety into the body? Can we imagine this new version of ourselves and bring safety into our body? This is one of my favorite fucking things to do with clients. My clients have had some of the most transformations when I have taken them through a meditation. It is amazing. I help them. I'm a trauma-informed somatic facilitator, right? So I help them work through any type of trauma or old conditioning, old programming that is showing up and blocking the life that they are trying to create. Right? So we work through that. I help them release that. And then once we do that, I bring in, this is like energetic alignment, right? I bring in the version of them that they are trying to believe. And I try to help them integrate that into their body so they start to believe that it is possible. Right? That's the other thing. If you don't fucking believe in yourself, you will stay small and you will play small. I've been dreaming about the past and rejection from high school. Could this be repressed trauma? Yes. I'm dreaming about the past and rejection from high school. So yeah. So from my experience, a lot of times the things that we dream about are things that we are still trying to process. Right? So to me, if you are still dreaming about that, that's just like your subconscious being like, hey, there is some rejection here that we haven't worked through. So yes, 100,000% for sure. Okay, I lost my train of thought. I've been having severe sleep issues and all of a sudden have weird dreams about things that happened to me. Okay, so my next question would be, have you done any type of somatic work, trauma work, like even on your own? Because usually, or nervous system work, because usually when you start to create safety within your body, old stuff will start to come up. So that would be my next question for you. I'll give you a second. So yeah, but like, yeah, so once we start, this is why what I do, I love so much, this because it's like you have to work through your past trauma. I had before, but I really succeeded in reaching equilibrium with my body. Okay, so this is so hard because I can't really talk to you or just on comments, but like it's okay. So the thing with trauma is I'm constantly anxious and I keep waking up every 30 minutes at night. It's really frustrating. Okay, so if you've done some past trauma work and if it was too much for your system, that could be what happened, because you said you couldn't find equilibrium in your body. So what I see happen a lot is people try to jump into their trauma without creating any safety within their body. Right? So if you tried to jump into working through your trauma without first creating safety within the body, this is why it's so important to work with a somatic facilitator, because we need to create safety first in your body and then work through the trauma. So if you jumped into the trauma too fast, your body could have like freaked out a little bit. I also have trauma around failing, failure, making anybody feel bad, and I always fear not succeeding. Okay, so I love this question because this aligns with, so the topic I'm talking about today is, do you think it's possible I can heal this and sleep normally again? Okay, so I love what you're bringing up, because you just said I have trauma around failure, making anybody feel bad, and I always fear not succeeding. So my topic today is around what keeps us playing small, right? And you just said that like our past trauma is what keeps us playing small because we don't feel safe, right? So you don't feel safe failing. You don't feel safe you don't want to make anybody feel bad, because if you do, you don't feel safe. So this is why bringing and creating safety within the body is so important, so we can stop fucking playing small. Boss babes don't play small, right? But the way that we get there is by working through our shit, right? Like I say this all the time, I've always wanted to be my own boss, but my nervous system didn't feel safe enough. I had similar things. I was like, I just talked about this in a video last week. So I record all of these videos and then I send them out in the email. So if you guys want these videos, go to my page, and in the link there, you can get these. They're free and I send them out. I'm tired of playing small, but my anxiety literally controls me. Yes. So this is why nervous system work is so important. This is why somatic healing is so important. This is why internal work is so important, because if our nervous system doesn't feel fucking safe, it will keep us small. 1,010%. Anxiety is fear, right? Anxiety is fear, and anxiety is a dysregulated nervous system, which puts us into survival. That will keep us small. The prefrontal cortex part of our brain goes offline when we are experiencing a lot of dysregulation in our nervous system, right? So like the ability to think big, the ability to play big goes offline. How do I start helping myself? First and foremost, regulating your nervous system. Talk about this all the time. Nature is so healing for your nervous system. Going outside, putting your feet in the grass, just being outside in general. That is like my go-to. Going for walks, breath work, any type of stuff like that. Also, if you can find somebody that can hold the space for you, I've had the most transformation when somebody was able to hold the space for me. So yeah, thank you for these questions. These are great. So anybody that's on here, I am going to be doing a program. It's going to be called Boss Babe Energy, which I'm so excited about. God, I'm so excited about it. So I'm not announcing it yet, just to you guys that's on here. Follow me on Instagram or join my email page, or my email list, and then you guys will get updates on when that's coming. Can I do that and do those scary things that I want to do? Can you do what? I want to fly to Asia so bad. I keep holding myself back because of my sleeping issues. So I don't ever want you to feel like you can't do something, but the most important thing is to create safety within your body. So something, I don't know if you've ever meditated before, but something that you can play around with is meditating on you flying to Asia. I want you to start envisioning yourself in a meditation flying to Asia, and I want you to start to pay attention what happens in your body. Does anxiety start to come up? And if anxiety starts to come up, can you bring in some type of resource? Resource is anything that makes you feel calm, rested, peaceful. Resource can be thinking of a person, it could be thinking of nature, it could be thinking of a pet, like whatever it is, anything that brings you that sense of calmness and peacefulness. And start slow. Like I said, our nervous system doesn't like big changes, so you have to start slow. Yeah, so resource could be thinking of something, it could be wrapping yourself up in a blanket. It could be co-regulation. So like if you have a partner or if you have a pet, like cuddling with them, that helps with co-regulation. Yes, but resources, anything that brings you some type of peace, comfort, whatever it is. It could be listening to a certain song, right? Like just whatever brings you some type of comfort, peace, calmness. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. So this is the shit that keeps us playing small. So what she just said is, I think I have a huge emotional charge around what my father will think. That right there will keep you playing small. That right there kept me playing small. I was so fucking afraid of what people would think of me. There was so many of these things that I wanted to do and wanted to be, and I was like, but what will my family think, or what will my whoever think, right? Like that will keep us playing small, and our nervous system doesn't feel safe with judgment. I don't feel safe under his grace. Yeah, right. So it's like it's learning how to find safety around people's judgment. This took me a long time. I'm a recovering people pleaser. I used to care so fucking much about what people thought about me. That is holding us back. What people think about us is irrelevant. That's their perception. It doesn't matter. Now, I know that's easier said than done, but we have to learn to not care what people think about us and create safety within that. Yep, safety around people's judgment. And it's like, you will get to a point that you won't even care what people think about you or say about you. Like it's irrelevant because you are so secure and confident in who you are that what people think about you is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like what people think about me, it doesn't matter. The only person I care about what thinks about me is how I feel about myself. Oh, this is so good. So, so good. I hope you guys, I feel like this recording is going to be a little wonky, so we're going to have to see. But I hope it works. So, again, we have to create safety within ourselves. We have to feel safe to be seen. We have to feel safe being heard. We have to feel safe around judgment, right? Like safety is so important. And until you can feel safe within your nervous system, you will continue to play small. I've been completely bowing down to his judgment's thoughts since he's the head of the house. Therefore, who am I to go against it concerning I live there? Yeah, so that's hard. If you still live there, that's a whole nother layer because your quote unquote safety and survival somewhat still relies on him. Right? So that's a whole nother level of like when your quote unquote survival relies on somebody else, you're going to be more what's the word I'm looking for? You're going to be more, it's going to be harder to create safety when your survival, like if your survival is depending on that other person, you're going to do what you have to do to survive. Right? But there are like small steps that you can still create a little bit of safety while still living there. Okay, let me do this. Okay, so I never thought of that. He was the only provider of warmth and love. My mother couldn't, so only he was the loving parent. So, okay. So there's like an extra layer to that because it's like that is the only parent that I got love from. That's the parent that I survived I that is around for my survival. So you have like a double whammy, right? Like so you don't have your mom to get that love that you need, right? So it's like your survival is based on upon this person. So you are going to fear their judgment and their rejection. Yeah, there's definitely that. Yeah, for sure. Right. So it's like if this is your primary caregiver, the primary person that you have for survival, and it's the primary person that you give your love from, you are going to be very scared about their judgment if they haven't created a safe container for you to do and be who you are. Also, I feel mainly alone and love. So I think a part of me thinks nobody else loves me. So he's all I got. Yeah. Yeah. So this makes a lot of sense. It's like pulling on each other, right? It's like I want to I want to be free, but I also want to be loved. And the person that loves me doesn't make me feel safe enough to be free and do what I want to do and be who I am. Yeah, okay. So on top of that, he says he doesn't judge me yet. Asks when will you get yourself together? Yeah, so there's love, but there's still a sense of unsafeness, right? To be who you are. Are you tired of doing nothing? Is this how you're going to waste your life? Yeah, so he just hasn't created a sense of safety for to help you get through what you're going through right now. Mhm. Okay, so do you this might sound really weird because you said I don't feel safe at all. I constantly want to run away. Do you like to run? Have you ever tried running? Because one of the best things to do for our nervous system is to allow it to do what it wants to do. So you have this feeling of wanting to run away, quote unquote. So can you allow yourself to go run, quote unquote, run away? Like that's the best thing for your nervous system. A dysregulated nervous system is fight, fight, flee, freeze, fawn, right? So you're in a flight and you can have a couple more responses, but right now you're saying flight. So your nervous system is like, hey, I want to flight. So can you allow yourself to go run, to go flight? I know you have to come back, but just for a little bit. Also, like literally vacation or exercise. Either, but I'm talking more exercise. So you're working at the body level. Like, right? So fight, flight, freeze, fawn. So fight is like physically fighting, which I do not. When I talk about fight, I'm like punch your bed, punch a pillow, do it in a safe way to release that fight response. Flight, right? You want to run, you want to get away. So I'm talking like actually physically running. And then freeze is like hiding. But you know, a vacation's always nice. But I mean like physically running, physically moving that energy. And like I don't even mean like run every day. I mean when you get the sense, when you get triggered and your thoughts are like all I want to do is fucking run away, that's when I want you to run. Is when that is starts coming up for you. And you don't even like you could like just you could run for like 10 seconds and then catch your breath and then run for 10 seconds, right? Like it doesn't have to be like this 30-minute thing. It's not technically about like exercising. It's more about getting the energy out and moving through the dysregulation that's happening in your nervous system. Is there a way to build confidence in myself again and feel safe and actually start living my life? I want you to make one promise to yourself and stick to it every day for 30 days. Sometimes I feel like think I'll forever be stuck here codependent on him. So it'll only stay that way if you believe that it'll stay that way. But once to start building confidence, I want you to start doing one thing for yourself every day. And it could literally be as simple as I take a sip of water when I wake up. Like one thing that is so doable where you're like, hey, see, I can do things. I can take one sip of water when I wake up in the morning. So here's the other thing, not shaming yourself if you don't stick to it, right? It's being like, okay, I said I was going to do, and this is why I said making it small, right? Like, if you're really struggling to show up for yourself, it has to be so fucking small. Like, it could be like, I journal one sentence before I go to bed every night, like something that literally takes 1 minute. That's it. One fucking minute. and then not shaming yourself if you don't do it. Just being like, okay, that's fine. I'll do better tomorrow. Yes, really, really, really small and doable. Something I see with people is like they want to change and then they like make this list and they're like, I'm going to do these 10 things every day. I'm like, no, pick one small thing that literally takes 1 minute, right? And then you can build on that momentum. And try to make it something that like you would enjoy doing, like that you would look forward to doing. Yeah, don't try to do 10 things at once. Just pick one small thing that you can do that takes 1 minute. 1 minute or less. That's it. And then once you get that down, then you can build upon that. You are so welcome. So welcome. Thank you for being here. I go live once a week, but I just kind of hop on when I want to hop on. So, but have an amazing day. I'm so glad that you were here.